We're also in the middle of winter, of course, ice and snow everywhere we go, but with spring eventually approaching, prom season follows. Also the message to protect the skin and the impact of tanning among the young people. Dr. Vincent Reid is a surgical oncologist and also medical director of Mercy's Hall-Perrine Cancer Center. Thanks so much, Dr. Reid, for taking the time to join us. Have an event coming up here, I believe, on the 19th to try to spread more news and more awareness about this. Talk about this.
Yeah, we have an event coming up on, like you said, the 19th. It's from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And this is basically an event to educate kids, particularly high school age kids, about the dangers of tanning, particularly indoor tanning, the kind of damage that causes to the skin and the subsequent risks for skin cancer, particularly melanoma.
And especially, why is it so important to reach people of this age with this message to watch out for the tanning and protect their skin?
Because what we've seen is a precipitous increase in tanning during the high school years. If you look at about 12% of kids getting sun tanning, indoor tanning at the age at 12th grade, at the 9th grade. By 12th grade, they're getting about 27% of those kids are getting indoor tanning.
And there's a perception out there for safe tanning as well, too, or indoor tanning versus outdoor tanning. What do you say about this?
Well, you know, we focus a lot on indoor tanning, but overexposure to UV light is bad, and so there's no such thing as really good tanning. And if you're outdoors, and there are certain protective things you can do, such as tanning oils, etc. But indoor tanning is particularly bad because of the increased exposure and the length of that exposure, and it's cumulative. You know, people who start tanning before the age of 35 or 59% increased risk of skin cancer.
Well, let's talk about this, though, a little bit from the generational part of it, because we're trying to reach people who are 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm 45. I'm pale. I've been burned way too many times. It's something that it's in the back of my mind for eventually if a doctor looks at me and quizzically and says, yeah, we need to talk about this. But do you come across this a lot when later on, decades later, when you have to have that conversation with somebody? It could be melanoma or something that's related.
Absolutely. And invariably, when you look at their history, you see some of that kind of excessive exposure. Yeah. And so we try to spread that understanding that it is cumulative. And you kind of have to be careful now. So I think now is a good time to start with high school age kids, particularly as we see a spike in tanning before the prom. And that's why we kind of have the prom theme to this event that we're having on January 19th.
And that's so much as the theme to be able to get out, to just have people be aware about this on January the 19th, because we're especially in this era where everybody's taking selfies. Yeah. I mean, you want to make sure people are cognizant about the long term here.
Absolutely.
So, always good seeing you, Dr. Vincent Reid from Hall-Perrine Cancer Center. Again, that's coming up 2 to 4 p.m. January 19th, and that's at the Cancer Center.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thanks again for your time. Appreciate it.